Hey everyone, and welcome to the last of our document guides, this one being our exclusive seller representation agreement and the residential condominium property schedule that we attach to that seller rep. So this is a document you will only see if you're listing a condominium, and it gives some information about what the legal plan and unit numbers are for our parking. It also describes if we have titled parking or assigned parking, and also what our management companies are, etc. We'll go through it very slowly and just help you guys out in understanding it. Most of this information, however, the agent will be filling out. So for the condominium plan, we're going to figure that out for you, unit number and unit factor. We also will ask you if the condo parking is titled or assigned, and if you have storage space that is also either in the unit or in the parkade or somewhere else on the condominium property. We find out what the unit numbers of those two would be as well. We will also ask you if the parking is assigned, as mentioned previously. And if it is assigned, we talk about what the parking stalls and the storage spaces are if they are assigned or leased. We attach the conventional condominium generally. Sometimes it is bare land, but generally it is a conventional condominium. The next thing we'll ask you for is we'll figure out what the name of the project is. Generally, that's the name of the building or the complex. We will ask you for the management company's name. So if we ever need to contact them for documents that are missing or something like that, this is an excellent way to get that information. So we ask you for what the management company's name is, a phone number to contact them at, an email or their website address. And finally, what your monthly contribution to the condominium is, your condo fee. So what we'll need from you is actually documentation stating what your monthly condo contribution is and what it will entail. So whether that be parking, management, snow removal in the winter, landscaping, if you have a rec room or something like that, and the upkeep of the common property will all be potentially included in there. We figure out exactly what that fee includes, though. Lastly, we will need the documents to sell the condo. These aren't necessary upfront, but we will need these documents in the event that we get an offer on the property, because generally this is a condition of most buyers, as they want to see what the condo documents state, the financial standing of the building and or the complex, the most recent minutes for annual general meetings, what the bylaws are, etc., etc. So I'll go over these just briefly, but we'll need a copy of the registered condominium plan. Generally, we actually pull that when we pull title, so that might not be necessary to provide us. A copy of the current bylaws of the corporation, a copy of the most recent financial statements of the corporation, including the most recent year-end and month-end statements, a copy of the current budget, a statement setting out the amount of the monthly contribution. I spoke about that when we were talking about the condo fee. A copy of the most recent available minutes of the AGM. A copy of the minutes of meetings of the board of the directors of the corporation in the past 12 months. A copy of the current insurance certificate. A copy of the lease agreement or exclusive use agreement with respect to the possession of a portion of the common property, including a parking stall or storage space. Subsisting management agreement, subsisting recreational agreement, if these do exist. Some condos don't have those facilities, but most will have the management. An amount of any homeowner association fee, so HOA fees. Sometimes these are on top of the condo fees, sometimes they're included, but we will need to know those. Statements setting out structural deficiencies that the corporation has knowledge of at the time of the request in any of the buildings that are included in the condominium plan. A statement setting out the amount of the capital replacement reserve fund, so reserve fund study, a copy of the most recent reserve fund report, and a copy of the most recent reserve fund plan. So what they're going to be doing with that money. The particulars of any post-tension cables located anywhere on or within the property. Statement setting out the amount of any contributions due and payable in respect of a unit. Any action commenced against the corporation and served on the corporation, so any lawsuits that are ongoing or previously finished are not generally needed to be provided, but any ongoing ones definitely. Any unsatisfied judgment or order for which the corporation is liable. And the particulars of any written demand made of the corporation for an amount of in excess of $5,000 that, if not met, may result in an action being brought against the corporation. We will need these documents when selling a property because, again, most buyers will have it as a condition before purchase that will review these documents with their lawyer and just make sure that everything is in proper order. So if you have any questions about this document, that's pretty much it. It's a very straightforward one. We get you to initial down here, we initial here, and that one's done and done. Any questions about this, give me or Thomas a shout, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.